Hello and welcome to another episode of the Jesus Podcast. My name is Jesus. I am your personal Jesus. Today we're gonna talk about if you were on just earlier when I was trying to do this. My apologies, truly. Anyway. Today what I would like to talk about is Bernie Sanders. I'd like to talk about the stock market, oil, how many people I think are going to be out of work this week, and, stuff like that. Alright, let's get on with it. Sorry about that pause. It's just me screwing around because I don't know how to do this. So, here I am. Hello, welcome. My name's Jesus. This is what I look like. I have Marlena Dietrich behind me. Over here, that is, what's his name? Robert Rodriguez. And somebody else, I forget the gentleman's name. The guy who did all the special effects makeup on whatever the name of that. From Dusk Till Dawn. We were at some Latino filmmaker conference back in the 90s. I ran into him. I ran into both of them. No, don't get me wrong. He was a bit arrogant at the time. Because he had just... he hadn't made this movie yet. Okay, so... When I first met him, he had not made this movie yet. He had just finished making... from El Mariachi. So, his $6,000 movie. Right? But... so when I met him, I'm like, oh, hey, man, I work for Roger Corman. You should probably do one. He's like, well, how much is budget on those? And I'm like, I don't know, $100,000, whatever they were. Well, I can't remember the number. Probably like $500,000 budgets. And he's like, too high. It's too high. And I just went, what? I mean, I get it. Too high. I made mine for saying that. I don't work on budgets that either. It's so weird. We kind of entered. It's kind of weird, like who your contemporaries are when you go into the entertainment industry. And around that time, it was. Kevin Smith had just come out. Rod Rodriguez had just made his movies, and I was working for Roger Corman at the time. So, Paul Thomas Anderson, his movie Shopping. That was the first movie I think he had over. I forget what he was making. He was on some big budget thing back then. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Resident Evil. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just kind of weird where they're at and where I'm at. I'm not really sad about it because, I never trusted in myself. And now that I trust in myself, I feel like I'm making my way. And I feel I'm doing it on my own terms. Anyway, how far are we into this? We're 5 minutes in. I haven't talked about anything I want to talk about. Okay. Okay, roll. I'm going to do this. Okay, so Bernie's out. Bernie quit. He's like, done. I'm not going to get enough delegates, so I might as well get out. That's what he's going to do. That's terrible. I mean, I think he was kind of reluctant about it from the beginning. I don't think his heart was really into it. Um, I think that heart attack actually kind of scared him. Because he probably realized that he couldn't deal with the stress of the job, and that's my take on it. Anyways, I don't know for sure, but nonetheless, I think that was kind of a wake up call of him that he doesn't want to do this anymore. He wants to go retire. You know what I mean? Or should have retired. He probably should have retired with Strom Thurmond. Hmm. I don't know why I put my glasses on, but they're on nonetheless. So he's out. So I guess Biden's going to take it. And, I'm not making this comment because, I hate Joe Biden. I voted for Barack Obama twice. But now that I learn more about him, I'm not a fan of Joe Biden. Plus the fact that he does not have all his faculties there, even when he's like focused. Because I just recently saw him on an interview, and watching him, because I've seen him, waver many times before. He was much better at this. I don't know how well rehearsed it was. I know he had an earpiece in his ear, and I think that someone, I don't know for sure, but if if I could have somebody in his ear talking coherently for him, yeah, that's what I would do. Because I think he did stumble on a couple of areas, and you kind of like saw him like look down and know I fucked up, and then it's like he got like a voice in his ear and was like, oh yeah, yeah, and then kind of like kept on. That's what it looked like to me. The fuck do I know? I've only been watching TV and interviews my entire life. What kind of knowledge would I have when somebody's faking, right? Like I can't tell when, after watching somebody's speech patterns, cadence for a while, like when you get to read things, facial expressions. Anyway. So Bernie's out, Biden's in. I don't know who they're going to replace him, because I'm not voting for that guy. I'm not voting for somebody who can't, string a sentence together, Seriously. He's not going to win. It really isn't. Because when it comes to the debates with Trump's going to mop the floor with him. So, I feel bad. It's going to be horrible. It's going to be really, really bad. It's going to be sad. It really is. This guy's going to be, he's going to be revealed that he doesn't have all his mental faculties with him. The stock market, okay, very volatile, and this is what I think is happening now that everybody's got this infusion of cash. They're buying stocks on the cheap, and the stock market soared 1,600 points. Fantastic, great. It's still kind of but what we have to remember is it is, from its peak, it's down 7,000 points, right? Yeah. It's down 7,000 points, if not more. And we're still in a bear market. And it's really honestly following the exact same pattern as what happened with the housing crisis in 08, 09. In fact, one of the things that I found, it was on Bloomberg. So, it's not like I'm going to like fringe information. I grab my information from various sources, and then I can kind of figure out like who's lying to me and who's telling the truth. And it's getting really hard for mainstream media to like lie about this market. It really is. And that's why today I'm still conservative. I don't have any stocks in the market except for one group of stocks that I'm holding on to. And but this is just like a bunch of people getting free money and, buying cheap stocks, running them up, and then selling them, getting as much money as they can. Today I just bought more silver and more gold, and I'm just gonna kind of wait. I think I don't think I'm gonna buy anymore. I think I've bought all I'm gonna buy. So I think I'm positioned well for what I think is going to happen in the market. To be honest with you, I honestly think that currently we have 10 million people out. Now, during the, and that's not including the people who have already stopped looking for work. Okay, but, so I think by the Thursday when the numbers come out, unemployment numbers come out, we're going to look at 20 million people out of work. It's just a guesstimate. I don't know for sure. And we don't even know when we're going back. So for the stock market to surge anywhere, in my opinion, is completely ridiculous. It should be cratering, but that just shows you how detached the stock market is from reality. It just goes to show you that the reason why the stock market is going up is because this infusion of free cash, government buying, and institutional buying, reinflate, keeping this bubble from deflating like it should. It's terrible. Okay, so where am I? I'm 13 minutes. Shit. Okay, so done that. Oil. There's no oil deal. Russia's going like this, and Russia and there you go. Russia and Saudi Arabia are doing this to each other. There's no oil deal. They're not going to stop pumping it out. They're hoping to crash one another's economies. That's what's happening. They don't give a shit about what the U.S. is doing. Talked about that, the stock market. Oh, I guess I did. So we got to realize that this is going to be this is currently a global shutdown. Globally. There's nobody out there doing major recovery save maybe China. And even China, it's not going to let people out and it's not even going to let people in. So there's still going to be a major parts of the economy, because I think they're under the impression that they really can't let people in, because if this disperses among the population again, it's going to cause havoc. So can't do it. 30 seconds left. I'm going to sign off. My name's Jesus. I'm your personal Jesus. This is all the stuff that I have to talk about. I'm going to come back on again. If I can pass along some wisdom, fail. Fail hard, fail often, because until you fail, you'll never know what you can and can't do. And it's taken me 50 years to learn that, and don't let it take you 50 years to learn for yourself. Thank you, and bye.